Listen. Some people believe the spirit stays in the body for months after death. We can bring her back.
Bring Her Back. This movie was released in May this year in the States and globally. With an 89% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb, it definitely carried some hype. Riding that wave, it finally got released this Friday in India. And let's be honest, in India, as well as all over the world, people always have a soft spot for horror movies. There's a cult fan base for horror. And with the very little teased in the trailer, audiences might walk into theaters expecting something like Hereditary or The Conjuring. But surprise, this movie isn't horror or scary in the traditional sense. Instead, it leans heavily into gore, more like the Hostel or Saw series. Think of movies like Final Destination or Wrong Turn. They've got their own cult following worldwide. Bring Her Back isn't exactly like those, but it's just as intense, and the same audience might enjoy this ride too. And trust me, even for someone like me who's sat through tons of gore-filled films, a few scenes here were hard to stomach. It's a gore feast. It makes your face twitch, your eyes shut, and sometimes you'll just want to look away. It's not a fun horror, not a popcorn jump scare horror. It's something else entirely, and that's what sets it apart. But fair warning, this movie is not for everyone. So without any delay, let's jump right into my honest, spoiler-free review of Bring Her Back. Welcome to Cynical Sage. Overview Bring Her Back, 2025. Directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, also known as the Philippou brothers. And written by Danny Philippou and Bill Hinsman. Their previous horror film, Talk to Me, was also a hit. Starring Billy Barrett as Andy, Sora Wong as Pipers, Sally Hawkins as Laura, Jonah Wren Phillips as Oliver, and others, it is an Australian film in English language, with a runtime of 104 minutes. Made for about $15 million budget and grossed $32 million globally. Plot summary. Orphaned step-siblings. Andy and Piper are taken in by Laura, their grief-stricken foster mother. Soon, they discover unsettling truths about Laura's intentions, including an occult ritual to bring back her deceased daughter. What follows is a terrifying mix of supernatural horror and psychological trauma. What critics are saying. With score of 89% by critics, tomato meter, 79% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. It is being praised for the atmosphere and Sally Hawkins' performance. Emotional weight and horrifying visuals stand out. Some criticism aimed at pacing, emotional heaviness, and narrative ambiguity, but most found it impactful. Highlighted reactions. Mashable. This follow-up will thrill with its deeply deranged tale of heartache and body horror. Cinema Blend. A profound exploration of grief and child abuse, with emotionally complex arcs and visceral horror. Decider. A must-watch for horror aficionados. Raw, disturbing intensity. Awards and nominations. You should know this movie have already won Best Horror Movie at Astra Mid-Season Movie Awards and has nominations at Golden Trailer Awards for Best Sound Editing, Critics' Choice Super Awards for Best Horror and Best Actress, and Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. Now let's dive into good and bad aspects of the movie. The good. Performances. Sally Hawkins absolutely steals the show. Atmosphere. Cinematic dread, moody lighting, haunting sound design. Themes. Tackles. Grief, trauma, and loss in raw, unsettling ways. Tone. A brutal combo of body horror plus emotional horror. The bad. Things that did not work out. Pacing. Slow burn. Maybe too slow for some, especially in first half. Story. Ambiguous ending could frustrate casual viewers. Emotional weight. Not fun horror, but exhausting horror. My verdict. 3.5 out of 5. Disturbing, brilliantly acted, but not for everyone. This was a unique experience. Honestly, instead of just watching the movie, I enjoyed watching how the audience reacted. People squirming, covering their faces, turning away from the screen. That was entertainment in itself. So here's my advice. Grab a few friends who know nothing about this movie, drag them to the theater, and enjoy watching them suffer. Now, I wouldn't call it a great movie. I wouldn't even call it a nice movie. But I'd call it unique, different, not made for everyone, but made with precision. It's not horror, not scary in the usual sense, but it's disturbing, hard to watch, and it knows exactly what it is. And honestly, seeing theaters packed for a movie like this feels both weird and kinda cool.
Some films ask the big questions: what is love? What is death? But Bring Her Back takes a different route. It asks how many ways a body can break before your mind does. And maybe that's the ultimate truth this movie leaves behind. Sometimes it's not the ghosts that haunt us, but the blood, the screams, and the images we can't unsee. That's my honest take on Bring Her Back. What's yours? Drop it in the comments below. And for more brutally honest takes, hit that subscribe button. You're watching Cynical Sage.